start shit if you ain't ready to get hit.
Well, allow me to drop some knowledge.
We have to disagree. I saw the Sailor Moon outfit.
All right. What's good, my BMF army? You already know it's your favorite Jedi, the BMF goddess. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that you're all enjoying your beginning of summer. Congrats to all the graduates and the people moving on to the next milestone in life. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing you to the RX superstar, a fellow content creator, and he's a social media influencer. You can find RX on all the cool scenes and restaurants because he's also a foodie, a food critic. He wears many professional hats. Thank you for being here, RX.
Thank you for having me.
How
I
you
mean,
doing?
man, this is dope. I love it. Your show, keep doing it. This is what your people got to do. We got to support each other, networking, no matter what platform or anything. I love your
Right.
background. You're a big wrestling fan. We was at House of Glory. We was having a great
Show
time. You know, that was a whole
was
movie
lit.
out there. That should be a part of my story. Like they make a movie of me, they should add
Yeah,
like when I went to House of Glory, like this day right here, and how magic and beautiful it was. Is like all our Puerto Rican people just united in one
right.
building, enjoying what we love. You know,
All right. So, can you tell us where you're from, where you grew up, and more about, the things that you do?
I was born in the Bronx, and then I was raised in Harlem my whole entire life. I'm still in Harlem because I love Harlem. No matter where I travel, Harlem is always home.
Harlem
And
World?
it just all day Harlem World, Dipset, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Harlem, Dipset, Jim Jones, Cameron, Jules Santana,
I love them.
man, Hell Rel, Freaky Zeke, J.R. Ryder. I grew up with that. Who else? Puff Daddy before he started being Diddy, and then no Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know what I'm saying? So who else? Damon Dash, you know what I'm saying? Damon Dash. Shout out to Damon Dash. I met him a couple of times and he gave me great advice that I still use today and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
That's
Walk
dope.
into the room. You gotta walk into the room and you just gotta be like, yo, I paid for this room, I own this room, y'all in my room. So who's who? You know what I'm saying? Who's
Hmm.
paying rent? You know what I mean?
Right. Hmm.
So shout out to all of them. I grew up in Harlem all my life, traveled all around the city. That's why I know my way around. That's where all my friends come from around the world. They were like, yo, how I get here, I get there. I'm like, all right, cool, you take this. Or because some people don't like taking Ubers, you know what I'm saying? They like the whole
Right.
vibe of like,
Being
even
a
if
New
I'm not,
Yorker,
say it again.
of like being a New Yorker.
Yeah, being exactly like a New Yorker. Even they not from here, they just want that whole experience, like the train, the
Right.
walking, the bus, and all that. Not just an Uber and just drive around.
Right.
So what else? What else? What else? Harlem all my life. Grew up with people. Grew up like going to restaurants, going to places that now they see what I'm doing. They invite me over. They're very proud of me. To be proud of in your own neighborhood is
It's a
is a
big thing.
beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really like home. And if you're not respected at home, man, then I don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what you're doing. So I could walk in my neighborhood, everybody know me, they congratulate me, they look at me like the ones who follow me and stuff. What's the next adventure I'm doing? Because I do so many things. I
Mhm.
just finished doing Amy Roof's takeout downtown on the LES, a soul food place downtown on the LES. That's very rare to hear. And that's one of the best
Yeah.
franchises in New York is Amy Roof's. How you not come to Amy Roof's? I mean, how you not come to Harlem and go to Amy Roof's and get some chicken and waffles? The Al Sharpton, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So
What's that?
tell,
What?
tell tell me
I
a
mean, I
little
can sit
more.
here and talk about myself, all where I come from,
Tell,
what I did. You
tell
know.
me tell us a little more specifically of what you do. And I
So,
know it's a lot of stuff.
I'm really a photographer. Besides what I'm about to say, I'm a really a photographer. That's my passion. That's my money. You know what I'm saying? That's what networks me out there and stuff like that. But now I became an influencer, and my friends and people always told me you always been an influencer, just the way you carry yourself and your presence and stuff. And a lot of people follow you after that, you know, because a lot of people ain't have the faded cut like this with the beard, you know what I'm saying, or dress fry every day on a budget, you know what I'm saying, because people don't know how to do none of that stuff. So
Right.
that's one of the things growing up in Harlem. You gotta stay jiggy, even if you go into the bodega. Your slippers gotta be fleek, you know what I'm saying? Your sweats gotta be fly, your shirt, you know what I'm saying? Even if you wore like 3 days, it still gotta be
You
white, you know
gotta
what I
look
mean?
like you care about yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is. Oh, nah, I'm here, I'm serious. I'm here. I just had a phone call. I'm always a busy guy. I should have put on do not disturb. Um, so where was I? What was I? I forgot where I was.
You have to, look like you care about your appearance.
So you have to. You got to stay clean. You got to stay. Your hygienes and all that stuff. You know what I mean. Even if you woke up, you got to smell like you just came out, like you about to go to the club or something, or meet your girlfriend or somebody. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it was in Harlem. People be like, "Oh my God, that must have been rough." No, they was just educating me how to take care of yourself. And have a I would say image, but more is like self care of yourself, aware of yourself. Because there's some people who know about hygienes, but they won't do it, and that's
Right.
like 90% of like Comic Cons out there, you know what I'm saying? Put a deodorant before you come in, you know what I'm saying? Put some new sweats on that you've been gaming for like 3 or 4 weeks or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like come through like a spray body kit, you know what I'm saying? It's not that expensive, it's like
Right.
$2.
Like,
You know what I mean?
I seriously dislike all this bad stereotypes about nerds like us because not all of us are like that.
Nah, we some fly nerds. You know what I'm saying?
I
There's
like
fly
I
nerds
like
out
to
there.
say I
You know
like
what I
to
mean?
say,
And
if you come to this country, you gotta adapt to our hygiene.
that's a
And
fact. You in America right now. We got showers all day, 24/7 in the gym. If you need to go to the gym and shower, go to the gym. They got free soap, everything in there, man. Like I be taking some of the soap that's in there. I'm like, this smell good. I'm taking this. You know what I'm saying? But that I grew up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand that. They
right.
be like, yo, I'll just go buy it or whatever. Yeah, I'll go buy my own stool. I got my whole thing of cabinets full of stuff. But I grew up like that, and I'm just gonna take it. If I could take it, take it. It's like going to a hotel.
Exactly. So you're also a big wrestling fan, like you
Ooh,
mentioned, just
yeah.
like me.
Ooh, yeah.
What age did you start watching it, and who is your all-time favorite wrestler?
Well, I gotta thank my mom's, right? I gotta thank my mom's because she's the one who got me into wrestling straight up. My mom's is a big wrestling fan, bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? My first match that I remember is Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan and Hulk Hogan Slam. That's the only thing I remember. And it clicked in
Wow.
my brain. Like it clicked in my brain as a baby and stuff like that. And I just been watching it. I've been watching it was called WWCW back in the days.
Mhm.
And then WWF came and then there was other wrestling federations from like different states and stuff that would come on TV. So, I always had kids. I'm the kid in the neighborhood that had everything because I went to school and I did right and my parents took care of me. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So every
good.
kid that used to come to my crib, we used to watch it. I used to sell bootlegs of Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff and trying down to people in the
You was a
neighborhood.
hustler from the
Yeah,
beginning.
hustler. I'm a
I
hustler,
respect
baby.
it.
I'm telling you, I always been like that. Always been like that. And people in my neighborhood still remember that, and they still watch anime. They say my name. They say my name, not RX, but they say my family name.
Yeah.
And they was like, he the one who got me into it. I was like, I know about Goku and Super Saiyan because of him. So I used to have watch parties before it was watch parties. My living room used to be packed with friends, and we used to watch it every Sunday on V. I used to go get it Wednesday, and then I would set it up for the weekend because during the week it was time to go to school and hang out with friends. The only time you can hang out with a friend if you studying or whatever. You know what I mean? It was like school and home. and that was it. School, home, chores, and what my parents say had to go. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it was. And then
You had
weekends
good
I could just do
you had
whatever.
good parents.
Yeah, I love my moms. I love my man. So my moms got me into wrestling, and then got me and my brother into wrestling. Basically, the whole family, even her brothers and sisters who still watch wrestling today. And we used to watch it, WrestleMania, all the pay-per-views. We had the hot box, the little black box that was back in the
Yes.
days. We had that shit in every room. My moms ain't play. My moms ain't play. She made us like feel like kings and queens, you know what I'm saying? At a young age, which is prince and princesses, you know what I'm saying? So it's like she always had that mentality on us. It's like you have to like live like this and be good in life and take care of yourself. You know what I mean? So got us into wrestling, took us to shows, Madison Square Garden all day. Every time they came in town, we went over there. Birthday presents after school, whatever. When they was around the weekend, we go over there, or during the weekday, they'll go like to fan meetups and everything. So my moms used to take us.
Right.
So we got into wrestling, watched it. I went into a wrestling school called Johnny Unpredictable Wrestling by Johnny Rods, the famous Unpredictable Johnny Rods from WWE Hall of Fame. I went there for a little bit.
Oh
Um,
snap.
then I did backyard wrestling in my neighborhood. Went through a table. That was it. That's it for me.
Oh my God. Did you get
Yeah,
hurt?
yeah. I got hurt, and then I had a bad back anyway, and I had surgery years after that, and years ago from now. So I was like, that's it. My mom's was like, why you don't go to school no more? I was like, Mom, went to a table and that was it for me. I was I was like, that was it for me, you know?
That's
So
a funny story because I had when I was 18, I had joined the school and I had left because I started dating a guy that wasn't okay with it.
oh
It makes you think what would have happened, but I'm okay with just being a fan. I love
you
wrestling.
would have been slamming people like I don't know if we could curse
Oh
on you
hell
would have been
yeah.
slamming. We
And
could curse on
I
here?
do I do promos on a daily. It comes natural to me. So I that's why I say don't come
Love
for
it.
me.
I
Because
love it. I
I
love
will
it.
make you wanna kill yourself just talking to you.
There you go. There you go. Don't come after me. I ain't send you. You know, that's what I tell people, you know.
Who's your
What else?
favorite wrestler currently?
So my favorite wrestler currently right now, John Cena. I'm rocking with
I
my 17-time world champion. Come on.
How do you feel about his departure?
Um, I don't think he. Like, hold on for a second. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. I need to put the battery on. I don't want this to plug out. We live, y'all. We live, y'all. We live on the BMF show. Am I saying it correctly?
Yeah.
Okay. I got to do a promo for you too. All right, now this is. I got this battery at the B&H thing. This battery is an 8-hour battery.
And it works for real. It goes long.
Nah, it does. It really
Nice.
does. I tested out. Nah,
That
this
comes in handy
Nikon.
when you be out there.
That's Nikon. Those are the name brands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not the ones that they sell from outside. They be like,
Right.
yo, headphone $2, Gucci, all that stuff. You know? Yo, I'll be bothering my neighbor all the time. Yo, every time I see him at the incinerator, when we throw the garbage, he be like, hey neighbor, and I was like, Gucci. He start laughing. He said, yo, you gonna go make some sazon?
I'm dead.
I love
So,
my neighbors though.
how do you feel about John Cena being a heel right now?
So John Cena's not a heel. He's not. He's in between. He's himself. He's just in himself in a funny way. He's taking all this serious, but he's joking at the same time. Because when you see him off camera, he's signing the autographs. He's being there for fans. He's still him, you know, but he just keeping it real on camera while him saying he's the last real champion because he represents a generation that doesn't exist no more. So
Absolutely.
he's always been that person to take us and lead us on to the next generation.
Mhm.
So they left that for Cody, but John was like, no, he's still missing this. and I'm gonna teach him this because no matter what, Cody, and he tried to tell people this: I'm not a heel and I'm not a babyface. I'm a human. This is what I love to do, and by me being 17-time world champion, I have to leave so the 18-time world champion can come.
Yeah.
You know, and he looked at him like, I hope it's you that be the 18-time world champion, or you helping the next generation for somebody to become that. You know, because a lot of people don't understand. It's like you're not in it for 2 or 3 years, or when your contract is up. You in it for life. So, do you really love this business? Excuse me. Do you really love this business? Do you care for it that much? Do you have the heart like your dad has it? Because we all love Dusty Rhodes. You know what I mean? Hard times. A man who spoke to himself that's still used today. Hard times. The famous quote. And one of my favorite quotes too. So
I wish I could do his voice right now.
who Dusty? Oh, let me tell you, sweetheart. Let me tell you, we come from a long bloodline.
You said that and I heard it in his voice.
For a long time, honey dog. We've been in a bloodline. We gonna make sure the new generation know all the greats. Even our 17-time world champion, John Mr. Cena. But I love my boy Cody. I love him. But he just got to get his head in the game and leave the cameras behind. You know, I love Dusty.
That's a good impression.
Yeah, I do. I used to do voiceovers and stuff like that. I used to sit there in front of the TV and mimic them because they're my favorites. You know, who didn't like? How can I not be inspired by the son of a plumber? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The common man. Like Dusty Rhodes was the people's person. You know what I'm saying? A people's wrestler. He spoke for us. Like it was cool. I used to get hype all the time. I used to do Hulk Hogan. What you gonna do, brother? When the Hulkamaniacs come running around you. And then I do Macho. I know I sound like Macho there. And then I do Macho Man. I love Macho Man. Ooh, yeah, everybody out there in TV land. It's your man, RX Superstar, the brightest star of them. What? Oh, yeah. Dig it. And who else I should do? Kamala?
Can you do my idol?
Who's your idol?
Steve Austin.
Also, let me see if I can do Steve. Let me bring out Steve because that's my dad. May rest in peace. My dad's favorite wrestler, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's my idol right there.
Let me see if I can do Steve. I gotta have a
Not
few
easy.
Steve Wises for Steve.
You gotta have a few Steve Wises in you.
Let me tell you a story about me going. Let me see. It ain't gonna sound like Steve, but I could do his impression a little bit. Let's come into the crowd. Let's talk about a little bit this, a little about that. I'm tired of all you haters. What? Talking this shit. What? Don't drink beer. What? Don't eat a steak or potatoes. What? Talking about this, talking about that. What? Don't be a man and step to nobody. What? Put some stank on it. What? Hit him with a 316. What? Hit him with a 316. What? Hit him with a 316. Now give me a Stone Cold. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Now, Michael Cole, sit your ass down. Let me stop. Because he used to say that all the time.
I can't stand him.
I love Michael Cole. I was there at the SummerSlam conference, and yo, that was crazy. I was geeking out. I was geeking out. I hit my max right there. When mommy came out, I ran to the front, and I was just went.
I love her.
I don't know if they got it on camera. I don't know if they got on camera me just bowing down. Oh my God. I got to see her in person again for the third time. Oh my God.
What was your favorite moment that night?
That day in Fanatics? Everything.
It was all dope.
everything. I can't. I mean, when you turn around, you don't know who's a celebrity there, another one here. You don't know. I saw Drewski. I'm like, Drewski, what the fuck you doing here? I know him because I watched this show with somebody. So Drewski's like love dating or whatever. So he's funny. He's funny. He's like the funny, like your friend that comes over, you hang out and y'all just cracking jokes. So that's
Yeah.
what he reminds me of. Kevin Hart was there. I saw Kevin Hart, I saw Tom Brady, I saw Eli Madden, I saw Seth freaking Rollins, I saw CM Punk. I was there when that shit went down. Um, what's his name? Braun Breaker was with him. I saw Charlotte. I saw John multiple times. John was just chilling. He was just hanging out. He was just hanging. He was
Were
like,
they
"What? I'm
booing?
going to
Were
go
they
hang out."
booing?
Huh?
Were they booing him?
No, yo. Everybody's like, "Yo, it's John Cena." So they start running like it was like if it's government cheese or some shit. Like they giving food out in the pantry. Like, "Yo, we out."
Of course.
So I'm one of them running too. I'm doing my Naruto run.
Right.
Who else was there? Basketball players, football players. Odin Beckham was there. He walked past. Was like, yo, that nigga mad skinny. Excuse my language. That ninja mad skinny. So I'm just having the time of my life. You get to play batting at the MLB. You get to do like baseball stuff over there. NBA, they got the actual court, and I'm like, yo, I'm stepping on the official NBA court. Chill. Because it's really an NBA court. Like they set it
That's
up
how
right
I
there.
felt when I was working at the garden.
Oh, you got to come back
I
and
was,
work at the garden. Hook me up, yo.
I mean,
They paying more. My boy
I
worked
left.
there.
Trust me, it's not. I left for a reason.
Oh,
It's not all it's cracked up to be behind the scenes, but
of
it was
course,
a nice
like any other
experience.
job.
I did meet a lot of people. I did
That's
experience
good.
things people don't get to experience. It was cool.
That's cool. That's dope. Cause I got to ride the secret elevator in the back. You know what I'm talking about with the little doorman there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to treat me good there. For 2 years, they treated me like
I
good
took like
there.
1,000 pictures in there. That's why they all want to take a picture.
That's the best elevator.
Yeah.
That shit creepy as fuck though.
What is your least favorite thing about doing what you do?
My least favorite thing.
I know,
Sometimes I can't make the deadline because it's just a lot going
it's a
on.
lot. It's overwhelming
That
sometimes.
yeah, you transitioning to this outlet that you're doing to this new one now. So I'm not just a photographer no more. I'm an influencer now. Like I'm influencing people. People are changing their appearances because of me. They look, they talk, everything because of me. Their attitude, everything because of me. So that's what is different between an influencer and a content creator. Content
Yeah.
creator is just someone who just keeps creating constantly content, consistency. And then some people call themselves content creators and they're not consistent. You're not a con. You just playing around. You just going with the flow, but you're not
Yeah.
really a content creator. So influencers like that is someone like is leading a generation or leading his own lane. You know what I'm saying? And people are digging that and stuff like that. I'm wearing shades now that every time I move, they look like diamonds. You know what I'm saying? And
I
these are like
like them.
$20 frames. Thank you. These are $20 frames that I got from somebody who gave it to me because they was like, that's your look. It fits you perfect. You see how people look out for me?
It
Now,
does.
those are the good people right there. But then some people who gift you things, you know what I'm saying? They see you rocking it and all that. And they be like, oh, I want it back. Or nah, you know what I'm saying? You can't have it or none of that. That's a dweeb to me. You know what I'm saying? You a hater. You a
Who does
Judas
that?
and you just exposed. You know what I'm saying? Like you a Judas, bro.
That leads me to my next question.
Sure.
How do you deal with haters
Oh
being in the
man.
spotlight all the time?
Man, you
What is
gotta
your
embrace
advice
them.
to others?
So my advice to others, you gotta embrace them. You need a hater. It's like the saying in the song. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. You know what I'm saying? And what popping means out there is not just slapping or whatever. Popping means in the phrase of hip hop, like you dope, you cool, you awesome, you fresh, you an influencer. See how I did that?
Yeah.
See the way I did that? So no matter how much you put it, it's like that's what you is. And then some people don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you could, like me, for example, I could step in any room and I'm gonna shine and be myself, and people gonna love that. They're gonna just see the vibes, not just
Yeah.
my appearance, and then the way I talk and act. Then there's some people that just hate. You know what I mean? You can't help it. That just them. They
It's
just
like,
wish they could be
oh,
like that.
why everybody like them? Like,
Why nobody like me? I do the same stuff. No, yeah, we do the same stuff, but you don't do it like me.
the
That's why.
genuineness comes off just the same way fake comes off. You can
Exactly.
feel it off a person.
Exactly. But there's real fake and then there's fake fake. What I learned now in 2025 since 2024. There's people who do real fake that they real, but they just be fake about it. And then there's some people that just fake.
Yeah.
Like you could just tell they just fake and all that stuff. You know? That stuff. Give me 1 second.
Gotcha. Um, what would what is your favorite food and your favorite place to get it?
My favorite food? Ah. What do you mean by favorite food? Because to ask me, my favorite food is like
One
in the house that I cook and I like myself, or when I go out to places and
when
stuff
you
like
go
that.
out, like since you have tried so many places,
My
what is
favorite
one of your
places.
favorites? Mhm.
Now, if I say that, then people gonna follow me, and it's not gonna be my favorite place no more. But I could tell you my favorite things to eat is basically my favorite spot.
Favorite, no.
Basically, is like Chinese and Spanish food combined. So I always
Okay.
love the Latin culture and the Japanese and the Asian culture bring our foods together. That's my thing. I like to go. I like places like that. I can mention one place, Sushi Mambo. Shout out to Sushi Mambo right there between Dykeman and Inwood, right there, up right there with the outlets are at like the supermarkets and stuff where you can get everything
Yeah.
discount. You can get like 20 platanos for $1. You know what I mean?
So
So
is the fusion restaurant?
it's a fusion restaurant of Latin culture and Asian culture. So you could eat like you could grab chopsticks and eat some mofongo type thing like that.
Okay.
You could eat Latin versions of sushi like tres golpes, like white rice or penne and avocado mixed together. You could do a chicken. You could do sushi rolls like regular Asians do. And what else? They got Spanish rice. The rice is dope. The drinks are dope. They got Spanish drinks. They got Asian drinks. Lychee, I like that. The lychee, I love eating that and drinking that. At my place, what they got there, they got the thing called the Tokyo. That's my favorite drink over there. It's the Tokyo.
It's
So
strong.
yeah, it's yeah,
It gets
yeah.
you right.
It gets you right. It gets you right. It gets you nice. It connects the vibes. And then the way the place is designed, they always have a different theme. So if you go over there on a date, going in a business meeting or family outing or whatever, the vibe is always right over there. And I recommend everybody to go over there.
I'm gonna check it out. I
Yeah,
have
oh
one.
you'll definitely love that, man. You'll
I have
definitely
one
love
by
that.
me. You ever heard of La Nueva Victoria?
Yeah,
It's pretty
yeah.
good. I like it. That was
See,
my first fusion restaurant like that though.
let me know if they well let me know. I'll see if I do a review. And if they let me do a review, I'll take you with me over there.
Hell yeah.
If you could
I'm
set that
down.
up or just send me the info, I could see what they do.
I,
And
yeah, definitely. Mm-mm.
they'd be like, yo, listen, I've been eating here for years. Can you like I got a friend who's an influencer, a food reviewer, and I told him about you guys. Like, is there any way that he could do a food review and stuff like that? So yeah, if you work that out, then I'll bring you with me and we go over there eat for free and do a review.
I'm down. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. All
So
right.
remember, Sushi Mambo, guys. Sushi Mambo between Dykeman and Inwood, New York City.
Okay.
Oh, let me tell them about another thing. So besides that, I like desserts too. I love desserts.
Oh,
So I'm a dessert person. Every place I went to that has the food. Oh, excuse me, I'm burping right now because I'm thinking about all the desserts. So every place I ever went to that has the reviews and everything, every dessert I ever had on point. never it was dry, or you know how you eat dessert, it be dry, it's not enough
Yeah,
moist and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
I hate dry cake. Mm-mm.
yeah, like even a pound cake is dry, but not that dry, Papito. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
A good one is still moist. Yeah.
Yeah, or if if it's dry, throw a little ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Throw a
Mhm.
little ice cream. I love the ice cream. I love mousse. Anything that got mousse in it, I'm good. Not the
I've
animal. I'm
never
talking about the
had
chocolate.
mousse. I've
You
never
never
had
had mousse? That's one of the richest chocolates in the world, girl. What? You missing out? You missing out? What? I love mousse chocolate,
Where can
man.
you get a good mousse at?
Where to get a good mousse? Besides making it yourself, cause you bake all the time and cook all the time, man.
I do
Like,
cook, not so much on the bake side.
no, you should. You look like a baker.
If I put my mind to it, I could. I could do anything.
Let
But
me know.
yeah,
I'll be the tester, yo. But mousse, where can you get good mousse cake? Oh, damn, that's a good question because Russians make it good too. Italians make it good with cannolis. Puerto
oh, you ever?
Ricans Puerto
Yeah,
Ricans make mousse flan, so that's really good.
there's
Man,
an old
it's hard to pick.
there's an old school bakery that's been there since like the 1800s in the
My
LES.
bad, everybody. People just keep calling me and calling me. I forgot to put on Do Not Disturb.
That's okay. That's okay. There's
You
this
know,
old school bakery in the LES that like everybody goes to. The whole family, my whole man's family, because my man's from the LES.
I used to hang
Go
around there
there, and
too.
I'm
It's a
trying to
nice
remember
dumpling
the
place.
fucking name.
It's a
They've been
it's a
there since like,
dumpling place that's down there. They're known for their soup dumplings. I forgot the name of them.
and they sell mousse.
No, dumplings,
Oh,
soup dumplings.
I love dumplings.
Oh,
My
word? I'm a dumpling person, yo. I'm trying to learn how to make it now.
yeah,
What's your
I've
favorite
I've
type of
I've done it once
dumpling?
before.
What's your favorite type of dumplings? Fried, soup, boiled,
I
baked, air fry.
either one, but I like the fried. Yeah,
Air fry is better.
I like the the ones that come in the soup too.
The soup
Like
dumplings is good. Like if you sick and stuff.
I usually get that when I'm sick. From the chino. We got a really good chino spot over here. They make everything really good.
They make rice with the egg.
Yeah.
That's a real Chinese restaurant. If
Yeah,
they make
right.
rice with egg, that's a
Exactly.
real Chinese restaurant.
Because remember back in the day, that's how they used to come all the
Pork
time. Now
rice
it's
with spare rib
different.
tips, with ketchup, hot sauce, and barbecue sauce. You know what I'm saying? But it was no eggs inside. So when you get older and start exploring, or your parents take you out, you be like, wait a minute, this ain't the same food from the block, you know? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you learn that. So when I get a hankering for Chinese food like that, I go downtown to Chinatown. Right off the A train, I walk up across the street from McDonald's, little spot there. I always go there. I sit down. They already know my order, So I get me some brown fried rice with some boneless spare rib
I
tips with
love the
my
brown
fried
rice.
dumplings. Huh?
I love the brown rice. So
Oh, I
good.
love brown rice. Brown rice is better.
Hell yeah.
It's way better. It digests faster. You know what I'm saying? We go to the bathroom quick. You know what I mean?
I love real ramen as well. I won't eat the
Oh,
I
hell
will
yeah, I
not
love
eat the
ramen.
packaged shit.
I got a spot in my neighborhood right under the train. A nice ramen spot, Japanese, and they got a picture of beer that I'll be going in. I'll be like, nah, I don't go for the cans under that no more. The little single beers. Nah, bring me the picture, bro. Bring the picture, bro, because I'm gonna be here eating this soup, getting drunk.
I have Naruto ramen a couple of blocks away. That's
I
usually
live
where I go.
not too far from it.
You
I
got one?
live I live in the one in it's on 100th Street over here on the west side in the
Yeah.
city. Oh snap! You right there.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
That's the one, but yeah, that's the one I be. They got this one that okay, okay, so you're not
So
far
right
from me.
on, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know your neighborhood. I go to a pizza shop that's on that's across the street from Petco.
Yeah.
That's my favorite pizza spot right there because they make the bottom so crunchy off that brick oven pizza. Like it's so
I
crunchy.
know what you're talking about, but I never had pizza there. real picky with pizza, so I don't be knowing.
Nah,
I
go
be
there. That's
scared to
my
try
spot.
some places unless somebody tells me it's actually
Get
good.
the
Yeah.
two special. Get the special. They good in there with everything they cook in there. Everything. And they got a refill fountain that you can just keep getting soda. My favorite soda that I do is I get the orange soda or orange drink what they got, and I mix it with the Sprite.
Nice.
And I drink that right there. I'll be like this, wire it up. It just tastes good with the pizza and then the cheese. And I dump mad cheese on. I sit outside. I don't sit inside. Unless it's raining, I sit inside. And I'm next to the window, but I normally sit outside in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good piece of shop. I love that piece of shop.
What do you think is a common misconception about you?
Um, Man, that's a real good question right there. People don't know.
We all get them, especially when we're in the
pe-
spotlight.
People don't know me, and they just assume by just the way they see me online or when they meet me in person. You know what I'm saying? Like they just think RX Superstar is like 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Even though this is me, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's not a character. This is really is me. But,
Right.
I have a name. You know what I'm saying? I have a family name, a nickname. And, shades ain't always on. You know what I'm saying? The hat ain't always on. I probably wear Nick fitted or Yankee fitted. The shades is turned into glasses, or I'm probably this shirt right here. I probably would wear this shirt. But it'd be like a regular white tee with some sweats and some fly sneakers. Like I'm from Harlem. I'm from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Regular shit to me. You know what I mean? But and I'll like throw on a suit. People won't normally see me with a suit on or any of that stuff. Or you know what I mean? People don't know me outside of social media. So they just miss like lead of like how they see me. You know what I'm saying? And then they judge me of like this and that, like stuff like that. And he's like, you don't know me, Like you
Yeah.
don't know me out here. You don't know you don't know if I cry. You don't know if I go through sadness and stuff like that. Even though I put it online that I lost my dad, I take care of my mom. She's sick, but you don't know if I got an uncle or aunt, brother, sister, niece and nephew, grandniece and nephew. You don't know if I'm a grand. You don't know if I'm a dad. You don't know if I'm a grandfather. You don't know if I'm a grand uncle. You don't know none of that. You know what I'm saying? None of y'all know that because I'm very personal with my life. So sometimes people leave me because of the rumors and stuff like that, you know. But that's why you always gotta have receipts and backup, And I tell people all the time, whoever talks about you bad and they put it on camera, pay attention to the words they saying because they're airing themselves out.
I
So
definitely I'm gonna be straight up with you. I heard some things as well, but I don't let the opinions of others dictate how I function.
that's just because when you going, it's like Snoop Dogg said, right? It's this gap, right? And you reaching the mountain, right? You reaching to the top, whatever. So a lot of people come up with you, right? And then you stop here with them.
Right.
Now, some people come with you and some people stay stuck there. And then some people go back down to their comfort zone while you are being more going elevating up and pushed up. Now, what happens to that gap? Look, it's a big gap. That's your whole story right there. Good, bad, whatever. So you always got to make sure you got your receipts because everyone who did you wrong, you tell the truth. And it's not just your truth. You have to tell the truth, even if people don't believe you or not, because you gotta be straight with God. And you gotta be straight with yourself. So that's one of the things that happen is like if you hear a rumor about me or hear something about me, that's because I probably had a fallout with that person, or this is one of the peoples that's just being a hater or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Because if nobody liked it me, right? Why am I so successful? Why am I everywhere? Why am I on podcasts? Why you want me on your show? You know what I'm saying? Because if you guys that keep talking me out there, obviously I'm somebody, right? Right? And I just think about that with my mentor, you know what I'm saying? Jason David Frank, rest in peace, who people are like, oh, he uses Jason as a cop out. No. Oh, no, no. That's my only friend that I ever had who was a friend. A friend. Never wanted nothing from me, never asked me for nothing. he kept me around him because I never needed him for nothing or wanted something, nothing from him, just his friendship. I grew up watching you. You my hero. You somebody I idolize and all that stuff, and you know we became friends, and then you became a teacher, then you became a mentor, and then like I'm always going to praise you, bro, because I wouldn't be here or be doing none of this if you would encourage me on none of that stuff. I ain't roll with you, bro. So
That's the
I'm
right
always
thing to
going,
do.
huh?
That's the right thing to do.
Yeah, you honor your friend, man. He was my only friend. He was my only friend who acted like a friend that was there for me, not financially or none of that, emotionally, man. Like when my mom's went to the hospital and he saw that post, he called me. He FaceTimed me, yo, you okay? Because he just lost his mom, you know what I mean? So he knows how that feels.
Word.
So he was always a deep dude, always emotional, like not emotional, like crying, like emotional is like I understand because I go through it myself. And he made me realize it's like, even though people now they be telling me like, yo, he was like a millionaire. I knew all this. I know all this. But it was never like that. He would treat me like he would treat a poor person, a rich person the same. Because we all the same. We just in different brackets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because you a 1%er living your life and this guy right here struggling, y'all probably got something in common. Cartoons, anime, video games, race carring, whatever. Something we gonna click.
Right. Mhm.
And he always told me that never treat nobody differently because we all the same. And that's what he did. This man, I won't talk too much about him, but this man, when I was walking with him, and it was a homeless guy right there. And he asked me, he said, would you talk to him? I said, yeah, I would. He said, why would you talk to him? So I don't know. If I'm standing next to him and we start a conversation, I'm gonna talk to him like a regular person and everything. He said, you answered it correctly because he is a regular person, just like you and me. He just in a rough situation right now. And he said, you know what I feel like doing? I said, what? He said, I'm gonna show you. He went across the street to the pizzeria and bought pizza, wings, soda, water, brought it back across the street and gave it to the guy and gave the guy $100 on top of that. And the guy started crying. He said, thank you so much, whoever you are. He said, oh my God. He's like, I don't know what to do. And the guy started crying. And then he grabbed the guy and hugged him. That's just the way he was. No matter if this guy was funky, whatever was on his body or whatever. That's just the way he was. Then when he walked away, he wiped his face. And he said, come on. Then we went to go eat. And I was just like, he said, that's the way you got to be. Sometimes when you have it like that, or whenever you can, you give back. And that's the
Absolutely.
balance. No matter all the stuff you're going to do later on, because he always knew how I was going to make it or change the game or something. He just knew it. And he just always reminded me, it's like, you have to give back. You have to have a balance. All this rock star stuff I do and all this stuff and things, I also give back to charities and all that. You just have to be, that's how you humble yourself. That's how you be all right with yourself. Even though he had a lot going on inside of him, you know what I'm saying? We all do, but he was a good man. He was a good person, man. And like, that's rare, man. Cause I still now never seen that, man. Like the way he carried himself and how he treat people, you know what I'm saying? So I respect and love him, miss him. I think about him every day. I was going to show this. It was the perfect time to show this, you know what I'm saying? So how can I not think about the man who put me on, man, every day that he gave me this, man? And he don't give people nothing. He don't give people stuff. He make you earn it. And I earned this. He wanted to see how popular I got and everything. So I called all my resources to get this. And I won it, and he saw it. And, he's like, made sure I got this. And this was used in the movie as well, of the upcoming movie, Legend of the White Dragon. And that's not a plug. that's just the way he is. His last film that's gonna come out, and you know what I mean. Rest in peace to my
There
brother
you go.
Jason.
That's dope. That's
You know
dope.
what I mean. And I
I
bring
love
that,
I love that. Mm-mm.
I bring that to I bring that with me to Power Ranger conventions, not for clout or anything. So people like, yo, you want a picture? You want to? This is him. This is. Well, sorry, I get like emotional and stuff like that. But it's just
It's
thinking
okay.
about because he was my friend, man. Like he was my friend, man. Like he was a friend, man. Like you ever have those friends that's like nothing they expect nothing but just like, yo, what's up? You all right? Let's get on the game. Yo, what you doing? Let's go hang out. Yo, let's talk on
Real,
the phone some
real,
bullshit.
real, real
Yeah,
friend, genuine. Just
so know what I mean? And then look what happens. You see all these fake people emerge and trying to take me down because they wish they could be right there or have something like that. This is what you do, guys. You be consistent with what you want. Make it happen. Sacrifice, yo. Sacrifice. Understand what that means. It's like, do you really
hard
need to
work.
go to this party? Do you really need this? Do you really need that? No. Save up. Use that. Buy the tools you need to make it happen for yourself. You know, I started with an iPhone 4. That's how I started, taking pictures at Comic Con, killing it better than the photographers, interacting with people. Me being a super fan, like, yo, Thor, let me hold your hammer, let me kill Dr. Doom real quick and take a picture. Like, people love that. And then I helped start a community. It was me and others. We started a community, and then now this little community turned. I don't know what it is anymore now. You want to step on my toes? You trying to bring me down? You just gonna air yourself out to people that's been around for more than 20 and 30 years, man. They just gonna
Yeah,
look at you different now. So you got a problem with him? What? And they gonna come to me and I'm gonna tell there and tell them the truth. While y'all out there using y'all multiple phones and make me look like I said this and said that. Nah, man. So embrace your haters, but keep boundaries. Keep boundaries of like, yo, you. It's different type of haters. It's haters that support you and love you. They need you. And it's a haters right there that just trying to take you down and not realize it's like, yo, you need me to survive.
hmm
Just play your part, yo. Oh, I don't like Away RX shades. They were dirty. Like, be that hater. Don't be a hater and air out somebody's business. You know what I'm saying? Because you get, you know what I mean? That's just immature at this point. You petty. Like, you a dweeb.
right.
Period. No dweebs allowed. So that's how I deal with haters.
So I just got one last question.
One last question is over. I could sit here and talk all day because your vibes are just awesome. You know what I mean?
um, a lot of us these days, we. How old are you? If you want to share.
Um, I'm in the 40 bracket.
Okay.
40
So
club. You heard?
so am I. And you know,
No
a lot of people,
way.
thank you. No
You
way
look
to
like
you
you about to
too. I
turn
didn't
in
think
your
you were gonna
30s.
say that.
You about to turn in your 30s.
You too.
Wow. I get that
No,
all the time. 30, 31,
I thought you was
32.
even younger than that. I
You
thought you
thought
was
I
like
was younger than
25.
that? Thank you. I appreciate that. I take very good care of myself. And I
But
have a great barber that takes care of my skin. I got a great facial lady. You know what I'm saying? You learn all this going through life, you know?
and plus we age graceful, you know.
Yeah, we got that Latin blood, you know? Shit. They wish they could look like us.
It's a common misconception that, when you make 50, you've made half your life because a lot of us, sadly, we don't make it to even 70.
It's true.
So right now is the prime. And
Yeah,
I was just wondering, if tomorrow, is not promised,
yeah.
what do you want to leave in your legacy? What do you want people to remember you for?
Be yourself. Always be yourself. I tell people this all the time in every video, every message out there. Always be yourself. If you don't know who yourself is, look in the mirror, look in your room, look at the stuff that you wear, look at the stuff that that draws your attention because that is you. That is a part of you. That is your essence on these objects that's in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like Power Rangers is me. Stuff like this is me. T-shirts like this is me. Anime, games, toys, figures, collectibles, people. All that is me. And I know who I am, and I'm self-aware of myself. You're not at first self-aware of yourself, but you go on this journey of finding yourself. And one of the things you always going to find is something that's called consistency. You have to discipline yourself, motivate yourself, stick to what you want to do in life. Be happy. Be happy. If you don't know what that is, like I said, look around you. Look at the stuff that you go to the stores. Look at the movies you watch. Listen, look at the music. Where do you go with your life? Do you go to concerts? Do you do this? All this is a part of you, and you become yourself. So always be yourself. Discover yourself. It's going to lead you to your. You're in the presence that's going to lead you to your future. You understand? Always be yourself. It's like my mentor Jason says, and I always post this quote every year, and I say it to people. He said, we are a key. Now, what is a key? A key has layers. Each layer of this key unlocks the door. Once you unlock that door, you're in the room. That's your room. What are you doing in that room? That's why I said, look around you. Look around the room you're in now. That is yourself. And once you're yourself, people will see that and draw to you because you got a cool ass room that shows yourself, your personality, and who you are. So always be that key. Because it's like he said, and I'm going to say it to you, you are the key, my friend. Be it. Unlock it, and you're going to be okay.
I love that. Thank you so much for your time, RX. I know you're super busy, and I
Thank you
appreciate
so
you
much.
making time.
I'm about to go make some sofrito right now. You know what I'm saying? I love making sofrito. It calms me down. You know what I mean?
It's the
So,
best. The
and I'll
best
be
smell in
selling
the
it soon.
world.
I'll be selling it soon. I'm gonna drop some more for you so you can plug it in to do it as a commercial and ads for your show. Because podcasters, y'all need ads, man. You might as well get the
Yeah.
ads from your friends. You know what I'm saying? Help each other out, network and stuff.
Hell yeah.
But make sure you guys support BMF. She's a cool person, righteous person. Even when you meet her in person, it's the
Thank
same
you.
vibes. You know what I'm saying? When you meet a person from online and in person, when you meet a person from online and then in person, sometimes they not themselves or really like the person. But she's genuine. She's definitely 100%. And that's facts on that.
Thank you. Likewise. And guys, make sure you follow RX Superstar on Instagram.
And
Thank you.
all
Have a
social
good
media.
night.
Google me and all that stuff. Google RX Superstar.
Yeah, you
I'm
literally can find
everywhere.
him everywhere.
I'll be at your next restaurant too, sitting down next to it. I'm the guy with the hat.
Good night. May the
Night, you
force be
guys.
with y'all.
Too sweet. Yeah.